What are target and source campaigns and how should you use them? What's a target in Zero Park? In Zero Park, a target is a single traffic placement, push, pop, or domain from a publisher. So if a publisher has 5 domains which provide domain traffic, that would be 5 different targets in Zero Park. Likewise, if a different publisher has 12 websites that provide push traffic, you'd see 12 push targets in Zero Park. Each traffic type can pass information about the targets where your ads were displayed and their performance. What's a source in Zero Park? A source is all the targets from one publisher of traffic to Zero Park. In a few rare cases, a source may have only one target, as that person has only one site, but in the majority of cases, they have more. Some sources have thousands of targets, so in general, a source is broader than a target, though there are a few exceptions where a source and target could be viewed as the same thing. What are target and source campaigns? Unlike run-of-network (RON) campaigns, which buy traffic from every target and source, a target and source campaigns only buy traffic from the options you select, targets in a targets campaign and sources in a sources campaign. How is the R1 with past targets sources different from a target source campaign? R1 campaigns will keep on buying from new sources targets, so if you want to buy traffic only from selected publishers or placements, then target or source campaigns are the only options. Important. When you set up a target or source campaign, there are 2 steps. The first is the general setting, including geo, bid targeting options, and so on. The second involves selecting some targets or sources, depending on the campaign type. If you don't complete the second step, your campaign will remain in draft mode, as we have no idea where you want to buy traffic from. These campaigns types are great when you have some data on what sources and targets respond to your approach. There are 3 ways to get information on what targets and sources you should select for your campaigns. Past campaign experience. If you run a similar campaign, the data may apply too. Asking your account manager or our support for a whitelist. Getting data from a RON campaign. Even if you choose to go for the first 2 options, it is still a good idea to start an RON campaign. You might think that your new campaign is very similar to your last one, especially if it is in the same vertical, but in reality, it might appeal to a very different type of person. The type of health product a yoga-loving 20-year-old woman wants is different from the protein shake guzzling gym resident. It's good to keep an RON campaign open. Although it sucks to spend cash on traffic that isn't converting, digital marketing is a fast-changing environment. Some of our traffic sources and targets add more supply at different times, and we also get new sources joining. By keeping an RON campaign open, you can spot new opportunities as they arise, which can help improve the longevity of your affiliate campaigns. You don't have to spend a huge budget here, as the majority should go to those proven targets and sources you've already found. Instead, it should be a smaller sampling budget. Target and Source Pro features. Now that you know the basics of target and source campaigns, you might want to check out these pro features that can help you save time and spend your budget on more profitable sources. Target and source bid capping. A source or target budget cap prevents you from spending more than you want on any single sources or targets. This is good when testing so you can get an equal amount of traffic from different targets, rather than spending more on sources which have more traffic. Push traffic is different from domain and pop-up traffic due to its nature and pricing model. Because it is based on PPC and clicks can have a delay, up to a couple of hours between when a notification is sent and the user responds. This means your ad spend on push traffic may not match your budget or cap. Additionally, push traffic only supports budget capping on the source level. Custom target and source bids. You may notice that one source or target is performing well, or is providing a minimal ROI, at this point you might want to adjust your bid to buy more or less traffic from that source or target. The easy way to do this is by setting a custom bid for that target or source. A custom bid will override the auto bidding settings and instead bid based on your custom amount. A source bid will override the campaign bid, and the target bid overrides both the campaign and the source bids. Source and target campaigns are one of the simplest ways that you can start optimizing for more profit. If you want a head start, contact our support or your account manager and get a whitelist. Otherwise, run an ROI campaign and optimize from there.